Hey there, folks, and welcome back to the Gamer's Grotto. We're going to be looking at this interactive experience on the Oculus Quest 2 VR headset. This is Othersight. This allows you to visit different locations around the world, interact with the environments. This is using real virtual world environments using photogrammetry. So it's very detailed, and it feels like you're really there. You get to interact with everything. As well, you get a tour guide. So there's only a couple of locations right now. The company is going to be updating with new locations at some point. All locations will be free. You'll just have to download them. We're going to start off with this museum here of artwork. We'll check out some other places. There's a place in Tokyo here, Vintage Suburban Trip. Church of Senti Cruci. I don't know how to pronounce that. And Neptuno Street in La Habana. I'm going to start off here. Let's check it out.
We are at the start of the 20th century, a place in the heart of Madrid, an oasis where time seems to stand still. The house, designed by the artist himself, is one of the best conserved artist studios in the world, maintaining the entire decoration and work tools from that time as it speaks to us of the character of the artist. It is a reflection of his own personality in intimate surroundings where his ideas and intentions were materialized in rich paintings. We can imagine a calm, peaceful environment away from the hubbub of family life, to which Joaquin would withdraw in order to create in silence, full of light. It is curious, because Joaquin hated working in interiors. He avoided it whenever possible. But frustrated on many occasions by bad weather and unstable, cold seasons, he conceived of this curious sanctuary, both cozy and luminous. This is, without a doubt, his refuge, where oil, wood, and light merge together in harmony.
All right, so these markers on the floor are how you get the tour guides. Now, most of the tour guides are actual people that will appear in front of you. For this environment, they're not. They use old caricatures of people. Now, of note, the people like this gentleman who is in the frame here painting, he's fully three-dimensional in the environment. So he feels like despite being in black and white, he feels like an actual person. You can't really interact with them, but you can interact with various things within the environment. As an example, I can pick up multiple things. I believe I can spin the globe. Yeah. So pretty much everything in the environment, within reason. I don't think you can pick up stuff like that, but a lot of the stuff is three-dimensionally rendered and can be, maybe not that. A lot of the things in the environment are 3D rendered and can be picked up and used. I'm literally destroying this guy's museum. Come for the virtual tour, destroy the museum. Anyway, let's continue with these markers. We'll do this one next.
Born in 1863 in Valencia, Spain, Joaquin Sorolla would become one of the finest exponents of international Impressionism. His unique style, his mastery and expertise in depicting light were the result of a lifetime dedicated to artistic creation, the search for aesthetics and placid atmospheres capturing the nuances of the Mediterranean Sea, elevating him to the very pinnacle of international artists of his time. Today, we have the opportunity to submerge ourselves in his studio in Madrid, where he settled definitively with Clotilde, his beloved wife.
Now, a lot of the environments, a lot of the paintings If you just click them,
A Walk on the Beach, 1909.
They become animated.
One of the artist's most
really
famous,
cool.
prestigious works. His wife and his eldest daughter are walking along the beach in photographic framing, wearing elegant white dresses with hats and parasols fluttering in the breeze, immediately transmitting the dynamism of the moment. In the background, the sea comes in with gentle waves, reflecting blue nuances. The scene combines a closed plain, the absence of a horizon, and a focus on movement and luminosity, represented with elegance and harmony. We are immediately invaded by a sensation of immersion in summer light. Everything is about the sea, beauty, and tranquility, with fabrics in their shadows wafted by the breeze. The luminosity is perceptible at first sight. Echoes of reflections of warm Mediterranean seas, the whisper of the waves at dusk, bathed by gentle shimmers and reflections.
I apologize for the background noise. There's some cleaning lady cleaning up the hallways in my apartment complex, which is ironic considering they never clean here. They clean here like maybe once a month, and they chose today to do it. These look like postcards. So hopefully the noise of their fucking vacuum isn't overpowering. They generally just clean the entire area about 16,000 times, but do it like every few months or once a year. This place is a shithole, I'll be honest.
The room is elegantly decorated because it was also used for exhibitions and commercial meetings. At that time, artists created their own galleries, displaying elements which demonstrated their good taste and cultural level. Some of those artifacts were gifts from his friends, while others were acquired by the artist himself over the course of the years. Clotilde in a Grey Dress, 1900. This can be considered the most attractive portrait of his wife and muse Clotilde, in a natural pose, resting on her right arm, conveying friendliness with a slight smile of complicity.
Oh, this is the only page. Looks like a photo album of his life.
Sorolla led a life of endless trips, congresses, and exhibitions, which led him to explore much of the world, from Italy to the United States, as well as France and Cuba. Some of those scenes and painting sessions in different parts of Spain can be seen here.
We'll check out another location. So this is in Tokyo. And again, it's photorealistic.
These are among the most ubiquitous objects in Tokyo. They are everywhere. Hi, we are in the Sangenyaya Triangle, as locals affectionately call it. Sangenyaya is a 3,000-year-old pilgrimage intersection. 3 famous tea houses were in the area for these tired pilgrims, and business began to grow. The modern-day Sangenyaya Triangle is the result of the neighborhood being assimilated by expansion of the city. A lot of people use these narrow streets as shortcut, and for others like me, it is just a relaxing place to go after the working day, where you can soak up the atmosphere of vintage bars and step back into the past. These kinds of places can be seen as glimpses into the past, where narrow alleys immerse you in a completely different environment, remembering bygone years when Japan was rapidly growing. There is a real joy in discovering places that have survived urban redevelopment. Visiting these alleys provide a window into Tokyo's urban transformation and how these houses and buildings survived the construction boom. They are all over the facades. Air coolers are an iconic image of Tokyo. They create a postmodern suburban vibe that contrasts with the traditional architecture. The small neighborhoods grew, smoothly fusing into the larger urban system in their own way, as can be appreciated in the variety of building shapes here. This is a little forest of residential houses sitting above shops, small restaurants, and other businesses on the ground floors. Tokyo has far more local businesses than most Western European and Northern American cities.
So, I don't know how this comes out with YouTube's YouTube and Facebook tend to make the video quality kind of shit. I can tell you that in VR, this feels very realistic. It's very detailed. It feels like I'm actually there. Everything is 3-dimensional, so it's not just a painting or whatever, you know what I mean? It's fully rendered. Everything has 3 dimensions. Like this pole, as an example, I feel like I can reach out and touch it. It's fully 3D. Everything is kind of like
These are among the most ubiquitous objects in Tokyo.
3-dimensional.
They are everywhere, just doing their job. If you see them, don't ask questions. Japanese people always respect signs. Simple and effective. Westerners might think they're for roadworks, but here, it could be for anything. Different kinds of materials for...
What the hell happened there? There we go.
Different kinds of materials for different decades. Their shapes reflect traditional construction styles and materials used in the 50s and 60s. Rust, cracks, and imperfections are the wrinkles of time on this urban face.
I'm not going to be showcasing this too much longer. It's just a quick play, like all my other Quest 2 videos. I'll be doing a proper live stream in a little bit. This is just to show what. This is just to showcase the game. Well, simulator.
Look up at the sky. Can you see it? The Carrot Tower, so called because of its color, is a symbolic building that shows how modern times evolve in tandem with the past, in a close-knit, continuous connection. You get a curious feeling walking through these alleyways, like diving among great whales and tiny fish.
What's in the garbage? Why are you throwing these out? Oh, we got some alcohol here. Whoa, what? That was strange. Okay, what the hell is going on? The game is desyncing. Oh well. Glitch. It's really interesting because these corridors are so narrow, and just you got to think that I played enough games like Yakuza and stuff like that, where it kind of symbolizes this. Like all the side streets are so narrow, and you got to think especially in Tokyo, there's so many people probably walking back and forth down these streets a day or whatever. And it's so compressed. It's just such a small street. That's really interesting.
A vast majority of these businesses open late in the afternoon and welcome workers from offices and local businesses. They are a great place for cheap yet good quality food and drink, and there is a wide variety of colors and atmospheres. This area is a maze of shops, bars, and alleyways populated with mostly narrow, two-story buildings whose adverts, posters, and lights combine to make a truly unique environment.
It's the game I'm playing on a Game Boy. What is this? Anyway, I think I'm gonna cut this. Ooh. I think I'm going to cut this one short and go into the next one quickly. I don't want to showcase them all because they are quite long with the tours and everything, but I'll just maybe do one more. Pull up the map. Go to the church. So the church guide is actually pretty funny. He's a knight from the old.
Standing before you, Roger de Lauria, Admiral of the Royal Fleet of the Crown of Aragon. For a sailor like myself to be found inland cannot be by chance. I am here to pay my respects to my Lord Peter III the Great. God keep him in his glory, for whom I served in different naval battles. Together, we conquered whatever the horizon bestowed upon us, even when we advanced beyond Greece. We were introduced to each other as teenagers, and a great friendship emerged throughout our lives. Today, I come to the place where he is buried, to return the wooden sword that he gave me when we were trained in the arts of fighting. He gave me this relic to bring me luck with my entrusted endeavors, for his eternal rest. My lord chose this honorable Cistercian temple for its spiritual power and significance.
The only thing that this is really missing is footsteps and stuff like that, the sound effects, because this is just very bland, the sound. There's no background noise, which I think would really immerse this more. The echo of your footsteps, things like that. Aside from that, it's really stunningly photorealistic, and everything is three-dimensional. Like everything is, I feel like I'm really there. Aside from no background noise, which kind of gives away that it is a virtual environment. And yeah, you can't go out these doors, but it looks like they just lead to like an exit or something. It's as far as I can go. But I can go up like these stairs and stuff. Not that there's anything up here, but everything is kind of interactive. There's not really that many barriers. So, I mean, obviously these doors and things like that don't open, but there's still a good level. And just like the other environments, there's still things you can pick up, a level of interactivity in the environment. And as I said, Other Site is planning to update this with more locations. I think their overall goal is multiple locations spanning the world, all like museums and very, very historically significant environments. The goal is to get people to learn about different places in the world and visit different places without having to leave their own home and having to spend money to do so that they can still find these environments, explore them, and have been there to experience what they are. So it's a bit of work for them to do this. They actually have to go to the environments, take thousands of pictures, and reassemble it using photogrammetry and render it in VR, which is a lot of work. But it sounds like they're up to the task and that they're going to be doing that, which is always great. So anyway, we're going to go back to the main menu. And this is my main hub, my main office here. So just things you can interact with. Okay. Maybe that's something they need to fix because yeah. There's no gravity in here, apparently. But yes, so I have no reflection. I'm a vampire. That's good. There is still a lot of stuff to interact with. They make it more noticeable here by having it highlight by. But yeah, so this is Other Site, and I believe it's around $20 on the Oculus Quest 2 store. It's definitely worth picking up if you're into exploring virtual environments, learning about things, stuff like that. It's a great app for people who are new to VR and want to experience very basic stuff, not to get motion sickness or anything like that. It's very straightforward. You won't get sick in this. And you can explore at your own leisure, find out about all these historically accurate people and places. So in that regard, it's worth the $20, but it's not really a program that's going to keep you entertained for hours. It's not like that. It's one of those things you want to hop into, experience it, and probably not return to it again unless you're in the mood for it or completely bored or you want to share it with somebody else. So that was Other Sight on the Oculus Quest 2. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for tuning into this quick play, and I will see you soon at the Gamers Grotto.